Yes, people, we're back. We're live. Make sure you're smashing them likes, you're subscribing. Why is the audio playing? Yeah. Let's get pulled off a minute. Big up to every single person joining the stream. Make sure you get the likes up. Get them all. Right, let's get those likes up, guys. Come on. We've already got over 20 people watching the damn stream. Let's get those up. Let's go to the chat. Big up yourself, Luke, already in the chat. You okay? You okay? Yeah. All good after yesterday. Scary, man. Yeah. We'll talk about the parade in a minute, and then we're going to dive into the transfer stuff, because I actually didn't even see this, by the way. So obviously I was at the parade yesterday. And I didn't even see what FABRAZIO tweeted. So yeah, we're going to dive into that. Yeah, big up to Lays in the chat. Yeah, the parade, man. The parade was good. The aftermath, no. The aftermath, no. I don't want to talk about it too much, if I'm being honest, because obviously, it wasn't nice what happened. You know what I mean? Yeah, I saw the stuff. Hope all is okay. Everything's okay, yeah, man. Horrible what happened. Yeah, it wasn't nice. What happened yesterday, but again, I don't want to talk about that, if I'm really being honest, because certain stuff I saw yesterday with families and kids and stuff, it was quite it's, I don't want to talk about it because it's quite an emotional thing. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, the parade, man. Wow. My voice is only somewhat recovered, to be honest. I've literally been taking paracetamols all day, stuff like that. And I just went shopping for all Lucozade, because normally when I'm like hanging at my ass, I always get one of these, and for some reason they always help, especially like don't know why. Big up to yourself, Jordan, in the chat, guys. Big up, guys. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up to 25. We've already got over 65 people in the damn house. I'm going live Friday, bro. Yeah, man. I'll join your stream if you want. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, let's get these likes up. Let me just reply back to someone. All right, fella. Yeah, I'm good, bro. Just want to hear. Here we go. Yeah, man. Hi, everyone. I get you, bro. It's an emotional thing. Sad what happened. Yeah. It is. When I obviously after the parade, I'm not playing no clip or anything. Everyone has seen the video. I'm not showing the video. And it was one of the moments where time froze for a second, and all everything was cared about was people's families and friends, and that's what really mattered. Like, I was trying to get signal for about, I would say about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then when I did eventually get signal, my phone just exploded. I got family friends ringing me, "Where are you? Come to this location." And obviously, people saw it on the news. People are ringing me and saying like, "Yo, you okay?" And that, yeah, not a nice feeling. I will be honest. Looking like Frimpong and Wirtz double contracts signing by Friday. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into the parade stuff because I want to speak about the parade, and then we're going to talk about the transfer stuff. Because again, yesterday, if anyone that was at the parade, there was no point even trying to basically use your phone other than film, like clips and stuff, because yeah, there was no point trying to go on Snapchat, trying to ring people. You're wasting your damn time because yeah, the signal was so bad, and not until this morning, because after the parade, obviously I was making sure people were okay, families, my friends and stuff. And then after that, once that somewhat died down a little bit, had some food, and I went out to the club. And then not only till this morning when I went on Twitter, that FABRAZIO tweeted this. So we are going to dive into that, people. Make sure you are smashing that like button. Have confirmed all those 11 people remain in hospital. All of the women, police said, were in a stable condition and recovering well. Yeah, again, thoughts and feelings and prayers go out to every single person that was affected regarding the situation yesterday. Hopefully, every single person makes a speedy recovery. And again, big up to the people that messaged me and stuff, seeing if I was okay, and that messaged me on like Twitter and stuff like that. So I really do appreciate that. Big up to, and then hence why I reply back to them. And yeah, really good for people to take time out of their day and message me. You know, people from there's a couple of people from the YouTube chat or the regulars messaged me on Twitter saying like, "Yo, is everything okay, bro?" Like, big up to every single person, man. So yeah, let's actually watch some like parade stuff. Big up to Asin. This is one of the videos. Yeah, man. What a day. On a slot. I want to bring up my videos, but I don't know how you do it. Like, do I have to send them to my MacBook? Because I actually would like to share some of the videos I took. I took some bangers. Canate, I shouted Canate at the top of my fucking lungs. And Canate was literally waving at my camera, and I want to show you the video. Because that was actually boss of him. Because he was at the back of the bus, just like hanging off. And I literally shouted, "Boo!" And like literally like so damn loud. And then I literally zoom in on him, and he's literally waving. I must have watched that video about 20 times. The Chiesa song, I must have gone to sleep dreaming about the Chiesa chant, because yesterday everyone was just singing the Chiesa song like every 5-10 minutes. And I just hope Slot. Can we just keep, if Chiesa's not in your plans, can we just keep him so then we can keep singing his song when we go to Anfield and stuff like, and parades and stuff, because his song is, if you're a Liverpool fan, you don't like the Chiesa song, well, wow, what an it's an absolute classic. Was gutted I didn't book it off to go to the city. Did us proud though. Still, yeah, what an event, bro! What an event. What I'm gonna do is then actually I'm gonna go on WeTransfer, download, send all the videos to my MacBook, and then in another stream I'm gonna pull up all the videos and photos I take, because I got one where everyone did the Arnie Slot dance and chant, and that was fucking sick. That was sick. Like, literally, I don't know how many people, right? But literally everyone on my side was just doing the Arnie slot. Like, he brought his number 20 and his name is Arnie slot. To the left. Do, 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 do. Like, that was so sick. Like, oh, man. Like, everyone was joining in. Do you know what I mean? The Wirtz transfer's gone silent. Did Leverkusen accept the bid from Liverpool? Any updates? But I'll be honest. Obviously, like I said, if you rewind the stream, I went out clubbing last night after all the events and stuff. I woke up at like 1 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon, had some food and stuff, and literally went on Twitter for about 5 minutes, and I came across this FABRAZIO tweet. Like I said, I didn't even know this tweet existed. Like, could you imagine if we had a here we go and I just didn't know till like a couple of days later? Do you know what I mean? I'm still shocked how the whole day ended. Still sad. Yeah, man, bigger bro. How do you reckon Trent was feeling? 1 second. How do I reckon he felt? Well, when he went past me, so obviously I was right next to the Liver buildings. So when he went right past me, he looked emotional. Yeah, the Lucha song at Strand was fucking. Yeah, the Lucha song was cold as well. I think the top 3 songs. Well, I don't know where everyone else was in the parade, but where I was, the top 3 songs we must have sang the most was Kieza's song, Luis Diaz. We sang "You Never Walk Alone" like quite a lot of times. What else would I say was being sang a lot? Divock Origi, because you had the people combust on the speakers that was playing Saturday night. Then everyone started singing. Obviously, the Origi song. I'll tell you what, one song, I don't know where everyone was at, but I barely heard anyone singing Mo Salah's song. Virgil's song was sang a bit. But my personal favourite song is the Rush scored 1, Rush scored 2, Rush scored 3, and Rush scored 4. That's my personal favourite song. And then obviously I went and saw the Virgil mural. If you guys have not seen it, this is Virgil van Dijk's mural that was taken. Like, look how boss this looks. Oh, yeah. But yeah, people, let's get these likes up. Let's get subscribing to the channel. Let's see how many subs we are on. 170. Let's see if we can. Did you hear about the Ford car crashed into our Liverpool supporters yesterday when the Liverpool raid was on? Yes, I did. Hence why I was helping a lot of people. Like, there was, because obviously I don't know if everyone went to the parade yesterday, but the weather was so terrible. Like, I literally saw like many kids like freezing. I'm talking freezing. Like, there was this one family that me and my cousin was talking to, and like one of the kids were like they were borderline shaking, like from what's just happened in like obviously like trauma and stuff, and on top of like just the overall conditions. And I just gave him like my hoodie and stuff. Like, you just help out the community. Do you know what I mean? Let's hope. So King Lewis, it was a policeman who. Yeah, like I said, I don't really want to talk too much about it. I'm gonna be honest with you, mate, or speculate or anything like that. Like I said, it wasn't a nice being around it yesterday. I just hope every single person in the family that was affected by it gets all the support they need, and physically and mentally as well. Do you know what I mean? Big up to every person that helped out people yesterday as well, because it just shows like what a community the people of the city of Liverpool are, and the supporters that came. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to talk about it too much because I've been thinking about it a lot since it's happened, and yeah, but yeah, we'll dive into the transfer stuff side of things. So if people want to, again, if people are joining the stream and they're wanting to know what my thoughts are, just rewind back from the first minute and watch the first 15, 16 minutes. Just because I don't want to make this stream about it, about some idiot that decided to do something. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, I just hope all the family and friends, everyone that was affected mentally and physically by it, gets well soon and gets the help they needed. And yeah. Because it obviously wasn't nice. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really want to make the stream about it. Trent, I'll miss you. Why do you have to leave? Again, John, I'm gonna be honest with you, mate. Can we just not make today's live stream about it? If I'm being honest, like, just because I've been thinking about it a lot, and I just want to. Do you know what I mean? Gakpo I'd buy Bayern Munich, Kwanzaa, and there's a number of clubs looking at him, Diaz and Jota, etc. Only a few players safe. Yeah, so yeah, we'll talk some transfers. We're gonna talk about Liverpool as a whole. What happened yesterday? Again, if people want to know my thoughts, just rewind. And I've given it. I mean, I think most people have the same thoughts, to be honest. Just an absolute scumbag he is, and that's it. And hopefully everyone gets home and everything's safe. So yeah, this is what Fabrizio Romano tweeted out. So anyone that was at the parade, obviously there was no signal. And I didn't see this until this morning. This tweet came out at nearly 9 a.m. and I didn't see it until over a day later, which was quite mad. Yeah, because obviously I woke up, got some food and stuff, and then I went to Spoons, and then obviously I headed to the parade. So I wasn't really on my phone much. The only times I was on my phone yesterday was to like record stuff, which I'm gonna try and get all the clips and put it into like a mini vlog. And then I'm going to download all the videos, put them on WeTransfer. So when when I next stream, I can show you guys all the clips and stuff I took, because I took some absolute bangers. And like I said, Kanate was waving at my camera, which was quite cool. And yeah, big up to man like Ibu. Do you know what I mean? And I also got a clip of Trent. Yeah, he was emotional. So yeah, let's get into this. So this is what Fabrizio Romano tweeted. People, by the way, can we get these likes? So let's see if we can get to 50 likes ASAP. This is what Fabrizio Romano tweeted. Liverpool's first official bid for Florian Wirtz in excess of €100 million package with add-ons has been received by Bayer Leverkusen. Club to negotiate underway, restarting today to get the deal done very soon. Wirtz has told Bayer that he only wants Liverpool. So basically, it's going to be excess of 100 million euros with add-ons. Now, what's that in pounds? 100 million in, I think it's like probably about 85 million in euros in pounds. Yeah, so it's about 85 million, which I've been saying all week. I think personally that's what it will be. 85 million plus add-ons, stuff like that. Yeah, hopefully we do get the here we go soon, mate. Yeah, okay. Gakpo ain't going anywhere. Yeah. I don't think Gakpo leaves, not with Diaz links to Barca. Yep. 68. Yeah, so it's about 85 million. I've been confident all week that Liverpool would do a deal about 85 million plus add-ons. Now, whether that would be like a player included or What was it? A player included with some money. That is what I think. Yeah, what a video this was. Big up to Asim. He took this video from like a bird's eye view. I want to quickly show this because, yeah, then all the fireworks, everything was going off. Unreal moment. And just to quickly speak about the parade again, unbelievable, man. First time in my lifetime I've been able to celebrate a league title where as a fan base we can come together. Do you know what I mean? Unbelievable. Like, obviously, because of COVID, I was what, 14 in COVID? I was about 14. And yeah, for starters, I couldn't even drink. And two, was on lockdown. So to come as a fan base to celebrate these moments, unbelievable. I went to the Champions League one in 2019. I thought that was my first ever parade, funny enough. Because I think the last parade before that, wasn't it the one in 05? I was born then. And I thought, wow, this is going to take some fucking beating already, you know. If you went to the Champions League one, that was unbelievable. I went to the 2022 one. That was all right. And I was still thinking, yeah, Champions League. But yesterday's one was just unbelievable. And do you know what? A lot of people around me, we just didn't even care about the weather. Like, I was drinking from like 11 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I was at the Spurs game, which we won it, which and I thought that was my greatest memory as a Liverpool fan. Being able to literally see us 90 minutes away from winning the title. And then Free From Desire was played in the stadium. One Kiss is all it takes in the stadium. That was sick. And then I thought, that's going to take some beating as a Liverpool fan, you know. But yesterday is definitely in the top two because to come together as a fan base, city and everything, unbelievable, man. I didn't even, to be honest, when I got down to the place where I was at near the Liver buildings, like I was like, Jesus Christ, you know, it's a shame about the weather. But by the end of the night, I couldn't even give a fuck. Like I was literally drenched, and I literally after all the parade and everything that happened, I literally just got changed and everything, and then I just went out. Like this was one of the new shirts I picked up. This is my shirt I wore to the parade because I wanted to get a new shirt for the parade. Like I have a thing where like, so when it comes to like parades or if I know if it's going to be a big celebration with Liverpool, I always tend to pick up a new shirt. So like it helped us also like a memory. I picked up the Alexis McAllister on the third kit. I was so close to saying, "Can I have a Luis Diaz shirt?" And I remembered, oh crap, I've got one at home, not this kit. Do you know the white one? I've got Diaz on that. And then obviously the Premier League Champions badge, McAllister. Absolute baller. Alexis McAllister is. Yeah, I love Macca. His song is very catchy as well. I'll tell you that his song is very, very, very catchy. Yeah, people, let's get these likes up ASAP. We're on 50 likes. So yeah, let's go back to the how do I go back to this? See, this is what Fabrizio Romano tweeted that about the negotiations and stuff. 100 million euros with add-ons. So basically 85 million. But now we don't know what type of add-ons. Could it be add-ons package with, let's say, a player in there, or will it just be straight up add-ons? I think it's just going to be straight up add-ons because if it's 8, you have to remember, guys, Bayer Leverkusen want 125 million. So if Liverpool are given them 85 million, saying, look, here's 85 mil, do what you want, and then plus add-ons, that's only really, what, 35 million in add-ons? And yeah, so upwards of 30 to 40 million add-ons will be paid over the course of his contract. So that'll be like I don't know, goals and assists in a season. Let's see if he goes and wins a Premier League, a Champions League, certain amounts of appearances, stuff like that. Similar stuff to like Darwin Núñez's one was. Yeah, it'll be similar stuff to that. The parade was good. I didn't even notice the weather was shite. Yeah, I'll be honest. Like after so long, like I didn't even care. I was just like, bro, this is a vibe. This is an absolute blast. Kerkez Wirtz news. Yeah, we're going to speak about Kerkez, and we're going to be speaking about Frimpong announcement this week. The Napoli one was pretty big as well, but I don't think it comes close to ours. I ain't seen the Napoli one. I'll be honest. Like I've just basically been spending this weekend with family and friends celebrating the title. Do you know what I mean? So I ain't really had time to check up on like other stuff. Like I said, I didn't even go on my phone yesterday. Literally borrowing to record because the signal was crap. And then obviously I woke up this morning, and obviously I read through some stuff, and then I came across this tweet. I didn't even know this tweet was a thing about Romano. Wirtz is progressing. I think all three start by though, Mac, Sub, and Wirtz. Yep. Just want to say our thoughts on families and friends with Willie Stevenson, who died aged 85. He won 2 League Cups and an FA Cup under Shankly in the 60s. Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace to Willie Stevenson. Yeah, it's just a really sad day. Like, barring the parade, just really sad. And obviously I woke up, and I did see that as well on the X. The flares are stupid, can hardly see anything, just clouds of red smoke. But I think that's what makes it sick. Like, the bus, like, I don't know where you was at, mate. I will be honest. But where I was at, I was right next to the library buildings. I set it off a flare, and everyone else around me was setting off flares. I could still somewhat see. I don't know how it is. I just got really good vision sometimes. Okay, I'm not familiar. Like, I suppose, like when you go to like Anfield, and if you do the bus welcomings and all that stuff, parades, like it's like my eyes just become a norm to it, and like if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Yeah, I love the flares. Oh, yeah, the flares are bang. The whole event, man, was so good. Like I said, I'm gonna live stream tomorrow, and I might do a whole live stream just showing my clips, because one of my favorite videos is when I was singing the Kerkez song. I was drenched, absolutely drenched. I was setting off a flare in the video. Like, memories for life, man. To finally see Liverpool and celebrate a league title, like people older than me will obviously know what that's like. But for someone of my age to finally be able to celebrate that, it was so damn good, man. And like I said, the last one, I was like 14, so I couldn't even drink, let alone go out and celebrate. You know what I mean? So unbelievable, unbelievable. But yeah, let's get these likes up. We're on 52. Watching, we've got over 120 people in the building. So yeah, let's see if we can get these likes up. Let's see how many subs we're on. Get these subs up as well, guys. So yeah, we're on 1,073, so we're on that road to 1.2k. We want to be getting close as possible to getting that done. So yeah, make sure you're liking on your phones, wherever you're watching on, and also subscribe as well. When do you think Wirtz will be? When do you think Wirtz will join? I reckon we get Here We Go. What day is it today? God, I don't even know. Tuesday, innit? I reckon we get Here We Go by Thursday morning. So Fabrizio tweeted that yesterday, right? This tweet came out yesterday. Then I assume that I think we get a Here We Go on Wednesday. And yeah, we're going to speak about Frimpong because I reckon he will be announced this week. In terms of like a tweet, I personally think the club are going to wait until Wirtz is all done and stuff because I reckon they're going to do like a joint media team thing. So what I mean is, so do you know like when a player signs, they do all the medical and all that. And then when it comes to like, the actual announcement, like let's say for YouTube, for example, or Twitter or Instagram, football clubs always tweet out like a player in the kit. They always do like a couple of minute interview where they speak about the club and why they wanted to join and stuff like that. I reckon they'll all do that, their separate things, and then I reckon they're gonna do a joint one. Like, imagine if like the club does two of them, right? So let's say, for example, right, let's say Frimpong's in one room, he's doing his interview, Wirtz is in another room doing his interview, and they say, would you both politely both walk out into the corridor at the AXA training ground? And then they just both lock eyes at each other. And then do you know that Spider-Man meme when they go like that? They both go like that together. The potential for the media stuff is actually insane. I just hope the club really maximizes and utilizes it. Yeah, I think Wirtz will play in the false 9. Look, we're gonna have to obviously wait and see to see what will happen. Where do I think he plays? I was speaking to some people at the parade about it, actually. A lot of people think he could potentially play off the left. I think there's not gonna. I don't think Wirtz is gonna have a solid position. And what I mean, he's not gonna just play in the 10 for the whole season. I reckon Slot is really gonna utilize him and use him in all different positions. Like we've seen him done with players this season. Like, for example, Szoboszlai can go from the 10 and he can go from playing in the 6-6. Do you know what I mean? I think them scenes as well for interested new players will do a world of good for us as well. Makes Richard Hughes' job a little easier. Yeah. Richard Hughes was actually on the bus yesterday. Oh my! I actually saw flipping John W. Emery as well. He was having a world of a time. I don't know if you've seen the clips. He was having a world of a time. He was drinking on the bus. And you know what? Fair play to him. Because the club, right, us as a fan base, let's say the Forest owner, for example. I suppose most people have seen the Forest owner. He's like very passionate about the club in terms of he always goes on the pitch after games, shakes players' hands, does all that sort of things. We've always said as a fan base we would like to see that from that side of John W. Emery, and he was actually getting. I've actually seen some of the videos, and even from in person, he was actually getting involved, which was actually really nice to see. And his wife as well. She was dancing on the bus, drinking. Like that was sick. Really good to see from the owners. You know, a big up to them because don't get me wrong. I've said it many occasions. I've given the owners stick. But when I see them getting involved in the football club and stuff like that, big ups to them. Is he 100% joining? Barring an absolute disaster, he is going to be coming. Yes, I was just about to say that thing. They are waiting for a double announcement. Yep. The potential is absolutely ridiculous. Frimpong here finalising a deal, apparently. Yeah, we are going to talk about that, yeah. So what means are we buying a striker? I still think we get a striker. If Darwin and others leave, he prefers the left from what I've seen. He drifts right and left will drive centrally. Exactly, yeah. There's many potential opportunities here with Florian Wirtz. People, smash them like, subscribe to the channel. We've got over 160 people watching. Let's get them up to 70. Frimpong and Wirtz double announcement going to hit like. Yep, I agree. What's at 3 a.m. Yeah. I think Wirtz will officially be announced within 7 days. I don't think the club are going to actually officially announce them yet. And what I mean, I reckon they'll do the box standard thing. It'll be a tweet saying, we would like to announce that we've reached an agreement with blah, blah, blah. It'll be something like that. And then I think the actual announcements will actually come during the actual transfer window. But the window does open in about 6 days. Not often we see owners celebrate like that with the players, especially if they're. Yeah, am I made out of see fine? Yeah, man. Let's bet Wirtz number 27. Although it could depend on outgoings. I'm trying to think what numbers. I think he's getting 27. With Frimpong, Salah, and Kerkez, hopefully Diaz and Gakpo, you can say century because of the most problems. For some reason, I could see Wirtz being number 23. Yeah. I have seen the Gakpo rumours because I did get them sent to me on Instagram. Because literally when I woke up this morning, I messaged one of my mates and I was like, "Can you do me a favor? Because I'm gonna do a live stream tonight." And I was like, "Can you just send me like all the latest stuff?" Because obviously I didn't see nothing. Obviously until I woke up, so I literally messaged him saying, "Can you like get all the? Can you do me a favor and gather all that transfer stuff and stuff like that for me?" So. These signings can't be registered to the first. Yep. Big up to Luca in the chat. You okay? I'm good, bro. Yeah, guys, we have over 160 people watching. Let's get these likes up to 80. What a day. What day is Adidas taking over with it sponsored by Adidas? So signing announced the same day. I think we'll announce him sooner, June 2nd. Well, obviously he's sponsored by it. He's an Adidas ambassador, isn't he? Florian Wirtz. So, and our Nike deal doesn't end until the 1st of August, which when the Adidas one. I personally still think they might do stuff in Adidas. I reckon what they'll do is they'll put them maybe in Adidas stuff. I don't know actually. I'm trying to think when we signed Nike in 2022. Did we make any players signings before that deal struck? Because that window we signed Thiago, Simicas, Jota. So I want to see. I'm gonna have to look that up, see how it actually work. But yeah, with 70 likes. I saw Leverkusen wants £100 million, but we're for 84 mil. No, they don't want 100 million. No, they want 100 million euros plus that. Look from Naples. Big up. 100 million euros. Good evening. Are we interested in Lukeba? I wish we would be interested in Lukeba because I've actually been saying it. He's actually one of the players I would actually like to see at centre back. We were interested in him last summer, but obviously he signed that contract. So, Luca, are you in the chat, mate? By the way, let me know if you're still here. We've got over 100 people, still over 150 people watching. Let's get their likes up, guys. Come on. Let's get these likes up. We're going to speak about Gakpo, Frimpong, and stuff like that. So I think we're probably going to do about an hour, just over an hour today. We've already done 42 minutes. But anyone that is tuning into the stream, like I said, before anyone puts any comments, if you want to know what my thoughts are on the parade, the I know people are going to be talking about it, what happened, unfortunately. Just rewind to the first 20 minutes. Yeah. We're on 72 likes. Wow, already not an hour into the stream. I reckon we can end today's stream on 100 likes. I do think that is possible. So yeah, let's hope we can get that. But yeah. Let me just get my fan on 1 second. Just get it out. Do you think we'll go for the 4 trophies next season or just the main 2? Do you know when people ask that? I always get confused. Obviously, the club want to win all 4, but for me, I'm not thinking about next season right now. Right now, again, I'm still enjoying the the dopamine period of us still winning the title, because I want to absolutely milk it. If I'm being honest, God, since the title, I went to the Spurs game. I went out drinking, then went out drinking again the next day. Then, obviously, I went at the parade, and then the last game of the season. Yeah, it's gonna be a good summer, man. Just a shame there's no Liverpool for a couple of months now. I always find it's the first few weeks that are the toughest. When there's no football, because some days, I'm gonna make a load of plans with my family and friends this summer. But there's days when you're not doing that. You're like, oh God, I wouldn't mind watching Liverpool. But they're back again in 2 months of pre-season, so player swap. Maybe still in the deal. I don't think there'll be a player swap now. Guys, we're on 75 likes. Let's see if we can keep getting them up. I don't think there will be a player swap. Based on what Fabrizio said, I think the rumours are Wirtz is 27. Because he won't ask Maka to give up his 10. Yeah. Could he get number 7 if Diaz leaves? I think Gakpo and Diaz both staying. Yeah. Also, by the way, real quickly, kind of includes with transfers, sort of doesn't. Anyone that was at the bus parade, you would have noticed that Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards is actually on the bus. He was like, yeah, we'll just, you know what, we won't just have the player staff and the manager and the players. We'll just roll out everyone at the club. I'm still in shock that John Debemry was on it. And you know what, fair play and big up to him for going on it. getting involved. That was really, really good to see. Premier Champs for me, use the kids and squad players in the cups. I have a mentality of I always want to win every trophy. Now, certain games, obviously, I get what people mean by focus on the big two, but then that's how you end up like Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Now, obviously, if we've got a cup game against, I don't know, Brighton, for example, and then the next game, like 3 days later, I don't know, we've got Newcastle away. Yeah, rest in the cup. Because ultimately that is the bigger game. And you want to be more fresh for it. But at the same time, I always want us to play out to our best of ability and win every single game. I've never been one of these fans who snubs trophies. I never have. Weird one, maybe he gets 9. We don't sign a striker until Nunes leaves. And his wife, yep. I know, man, I'm never going to see Darwin Nunes again in real life. Kind of mad. Wow. Apparently there's also a headline today saying Maka wants Madrid. Maka won't go to Madrid. Also Bayern Gakpo. Well, Florian Plattenberg did tweet it, which I'm going to pull that up. Guys, if you want to see the Gakpo news, let's get 2 more likes for 80, and then I'll pull up the Gakpo stuff. But look, I think Wirtz is going to be done in terms of a here we go process in probably the next 2 days. If this tweet was the tweet that came out yesterday, just both gossip. Yeah. Right, let's go on. Let's whack up this Florian Plassenberg stuff. Where is it? I don't know if I bookmarked it or not, but we'll just scroll through until we see it. Like I said, I didn't see nothing. Oh yeah, Bayern want a as a. Yeah. Bayern are literally going for. Yeah. Wow, Joe Bellingham to Frankfurt. I thought he might want to at least do something that his brother hasn't done and do at least a season in the Prem. So yeah, right, this is the Gakpo stuff. So this came out last night. Didn't see it until this morning. So this is what Bayern have said. Bayern are also considering Cody Gakpo in their search for a high-profile left winger. The 26-year-old Dutchman is on the shortlist behind Matoma Leao, and they're also been contact regarding Gakpo, and still is. Max Erbal likes him. Gakpo is considered as a potential departure candidate at FC Liverpool if a suitable offer arrives. I hope we don't sell him. Gakpo for me is my starting left winger at the club, and I'm praying we don't. We've seen the true Gakpo. When Gakpo gets a run of games, he's actually quality. Scores, gets assists, and the thing is, I actually feel like he's really coming to his own, because when he first joined Liverpool, he didn't really have a locked position, because Klopp was sometimes playing him as a striker, a left winger. He actually played him as an 8 once, Gakpo. And I'm liking the switch up between him and Luis Diaz, where Liverpool, maybe, one game it's Diaz, Gakpo. And to be honest, them two as a partnership building is really good because they've produced good numbers this season. And as I said on many streams, I wouldn't mind keeping Diaz at the club with Gakpo. Bayern looking at him, bro. Yep. Gakpo should stay with us.
They can look at all they want, but I want Eze as well. Yep. Maka said in the future he might go to Madrid. When did Maka say that? Look, because obviously when I was at the parade, I did see on TikTok like some of the players did an interview on the parade. So anyone that watched at home, did Maka do an interview? Because I've seen Conor Bradley's, and I've seen Allison's. I saw on TikTok. I don't know if Bayern have the same pull as they used to. Bayern have Sane, Koeman, Gnabry, Musiala, Elise, Vidic. Why would they want another winger? Sane's gone. Sane's left. His contract's up. Yeah, Sane is upon to go. What? No, Maka hasn't then. So, wait. So what do you mean by this then? No, it's just the way that Bonker's put in the chat. I don't really want what he meant by that. So let's see if we can get these likes up, guys. Let's see if we can get these up to 90 odd likes. It's been a really good stream so far, to be fair. I'm not really as funny as an furthermore, there is a story going around saying LFC are negotiating with Leverkusen regarding using Jones in a swap deal. Is that true? Again, I've not seen no stories. The only two story articles, well, not articles in terms of tweets, this one that's on your screen about Gakpo and the Wirtz one. Anything else I've not seen. I've literally, like, when I woke up, I couldn't be asked. Hence why I literally messaged my mate saying, can you do me a favor and send me some, like, stuff on Twitter about any news or anything like that. So, and obviously he said Florian Plattenberg, Gakpo, and he said that with Liverpool. So, yeah, Sane out of contract. Yeah, Sane is out of contract. You are correct there. I might open the lines. I might. Right, I'm going to see if anyone wants to join the stream. Bear with people. Let me just log on to Instagram. Fuck off, you there, I'm a cup right now. La 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 la. Oh man, I literally must have went to sleep singing that Gakpo song, not Gakpo, Chiesa song, in my head. Like, what a tune! I just hope we can keep him. Because his song's too good, man. I'm sorry, no, his song's too good for him to let him go. Right, I've sent him the link. Let's see if we can get these subs up, guys. Come on, let's get these up. So yeah, we're under 20 now to 1.2k, and we're also 17 likes from. Yeah, we're 17 likes. So yeah, we've got over 100 people watching. Let's go. Let's keep getting these likes and subscribes up. 3 or 4 valid sources: Fabry, Orstein, Joyce, sometimes Flight and Pipe. Do you want to know who's actually become really reliable this summer? Ben Jacobs, to be fair to him, isn't coming out of contract as well. Have Mateus Tell as well. Still don't know if his Spurs deal had an obligation to buy. Tottenham do have an obligation to buy in the Mateus Tell deal. Yeah, hi mate, big up to you. Wait. Oh, it is, bro. Message me on WhatsApp. I'm gonna send you all the videos from the parade. Yeah, but again, if people are joining the stream, you know, make sure you're liking the subscribes. You're subscribing. Uh, 100% hope Chiesa stays. Yep. Dutch connection going nowhere. Thoughts on what happened yesterday? As in, what? If you mean in what happened in Liverpool, like I said, big up to you, Benjamin, joining the stream. If you want to rewind, I spoke about it. Me personally, I don't really want to speak about it anymore. You know, what I saw in Liverpool last night, I don't really want to talk about it. You know, it was one of those ones where if you was there, you know the feeling. And it wasn't a good feeling. It was not a great feeling, I will be honest. Genuinely, within that 2-3 hour point, and it wasn't just what happened. There was other stuff going on at the trains at Lime Street as well. Like I said, if you rewind the stream, I explain my thoughts. But again, I just don't want to really think about it because since last night, I thought about it a lot, and it's upsetting. I will be honest. Nice one. Some journal on X said early in the season, Maka said, yeah, but that I won't buy too much into it, mate. I really won't. Maka's not leaving. Gakpo is class. I mean, if you talk about interviews, McAllister did an interview the other day and literally said, and spoke about how much he loves the club and wants to keep winning trophies for us. But yeah, guys, let's get these likes up. Let's see if we can push them up to 100. We've got over 100 people in the building. Still, all the South Americans would like to go to Madrid or Barca at some point. It is what it is. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I mean, how old is Alexis McAllister? He is 26. I don't think he's leaving anytime soon. I really don't. I mean, it all depends on how Xabi Alonso is going to utilize his system. I think that's a big depending on that. If I'm being honest. So yeah, let's keep getting these likes and subscribes up, people. If you're enjoying this stream, I'm not going to do too much today. I mean, look, I've been live for nearly an hour. I wasn't going to go live because I've just been hanging all day, but I thought, sod it. I'm probably going to do another. What time is it? 10 to 9. I'll probably do another half an hour or so. 26 bits. Here we go soon. Gakpo won't go. I see Diaz go before Gakpo. I agree. I do agree. I do. I don't think Gakpo is leaving. He's got years left on his contract. What's the Frimpong stuff? Yeah, okay then. We'll pull up the Frimpong stuff. So I would actually. Oh yeah, I did see this interview as well. I would play it, but I'll get copyrighted. Where's this thing I saw about? Was it on Sky? Was it on Sky Sports News? Yeah, so Benjamin Frimpong has arrived in the UK to finalise his move to Liverpool from Leverkusen. So he is on his way. He's already done his medicals and stuff. So he'll be coming in now to probably do all the signing the contract, stuff like that. I agree with you. Macro's class, so Jones, Gakpo in. Fat Gakpo would be a starter on the left. Gakpo is my dream left winger. He's the left winger I want to see start for us. I love Gakpo. Always comes in clutch. Yeah, Frimpong 15 assists, 5 goals incoming. I'm really intrigued, man, for next season. I know the season only ended yesterday, but I'm just already gassed for next season. You know, we're going to try and defend our title. Jones can't be allowed to leave. Lose Trent in the same window. Nah, LFC needs, yeah. Curtis will stay, man. Benjamin must be his brother. I don't have a clue what you mean by that. See, only 6 more likes for 100, guys. Let's see if we can push for that. Go over 115 in the building. I hope Elliott stays. I will be honest. I think yesterday was the last time we see Harvey Elliott in that red shirt. I will be honest. I do think that will be the last time. I do think he will be gone. He has said on his Instagram that I have to do what's best for my career. Harvey will be sold. And I can, Harvey's gone, man, because if you listen to Slot's presses, go and listen to Slot's press conference after the Brighton game, and go and listen to Harvey Elliott's interview, and go and have a look at his latest Instagram pic. He's basically announced that he's going to be leaving. So yeah, we're never going to see him again. Sad. Same for Darwin. I'm never going to see Darwin Núñez in real life again. That is sad. I actually think his new trim he was rocking is better than the flipping ponytail. The one where he's got like the tight braids in, like that actually looks sick. But when he's having just the regular ponytail, I just think he looks like a prat. Yeah. So yeah, let's get these likes up. We've always done well with homegrown Scottish and Irish players in the squad. Yep, that is an absolute fact. So yeah, Frimpong, I expect will be actually an well. I personally feel like Frimpong will be announced by the club this week. In terms of an official announcement, in terms of media stuff, I think we're going to have to wait a bit for that. It's a shame because we all know Harvey will come good further down the line, and he's a proper red. Look, I spoke to my uncle about this yesterday. I like Harvey Elliott. I think he's got some really good attributes and traits. But my one thing with him, he doesn't have what Slot wants in terms of the natural athleticism, the long legs, to be able to constant press, start the press. He hasn't got that in his locker because he's a different type of midfielder. I think he could do a job off the right, but then how often is he going to get games off the right? Do you know what I mean? And I just no. Like I like Harvey, but he's not. He hasn't got the again the attributes and traits. So I do think he will be sold. Yep. Is it up to any player to prove the gaffer wrong, even if the gaffer doesn't rate him at this time? Elliott has the plenty of time to fight for his place and do this when you consider his age. Yes, but it's about now. And Harvey Elliott is has to do what's best for his career. Do you know what I mean? At a young age, if you're not getting the game time and the minutes, like how much more does he put up with it? Do you know what I mean? I can't wait for next season. Hello from Leverkusen. Big up to you, mate. Tuning in from Leverkusen. Are you a Leverkusen fan? Because if you are, thank you very much for Florian Wirtz. Yeah, I agree. He's not a press and he's not quick enough to be a winger. Harvey Elliott is a good footballer, but he doesn't have the traits and the attributes to play in a slot team. In a Klopp team, yes, he did. Hence why you've seen him get quite a lot of game times under Jurgen Klopp. Right? But do you know what did it for Harvey? Do you know in 2021 was when he came back off that loan from Blackburn? When Harvey Elliott was on loan at Blackburn, then the next season he started to play for us. When he was playing on that right side with Trent, Salah, and then you had Harvey Elliott on the right side in the midfield, that first 4 or 5 games, he was unbelievable. And then he picked up that injury. I reckon if he hadn't got that injury, he would have been a starter for almost every game for Klopp. His progression was mad. Injury happened. Yeah, then he got back into the team, and obviously now slots here. He just doesn't have it, unfortunately. 127 people in the side. Let's get these likes up. People, let's get the subscribe button hit. Big up to you. And he doesn't get into the 10 role when you have the likes of Maka and Sub with Wirtz coming in. Exactly. I think Harvey Elliott is going to go to a Villa or Wolves, someone like that. I wish him all the best, man, because he has fulfilled what every single person would like to do: play for Liverpool. He's a Liverpool fan. I love him, and I wish him all the best with his career. Just struggled with injuries and has the potential to be a world-class playmaker. Don't forget, guys, he has also, he has had injuries this season. Lokinson, what the news about Liverpool? The injury against Leeds. Yeah. That injury against Leeds was actually so upsetting to watch as well. Because he literally went down. And if you remember when he got injured against Leeds, Salah was like, yo, yo, yo. Fabinho was like literally shouting at everyone, like, stop the game. Because his leg, I don't know how he wasn't injured for the whole of the season. He was only injured for like 4 or 5 months. And then obviously he came back, and didn't he score his first ever goal for the club, and won it against, was it Cardiff? And it was actually a banger of a goal as well. It's an honor to see Florio playing in Liverpool. Jerry too. Yeah, big up to you, bro. Leverkusen, How much would you want for in Hickby? Because hey, we've already got 2 players from Leverkusen, Frimpong and Wirtz. Hey, let's make it a hat trick. Give me in Hickby. Elliott is a baller, been unlucky with injuries. Yep. You have to consider the fact that then there are likely to be injuries during the season, and based upon what you have mentioned regarding the right, Harvey could easily play on the right again. But the way our midfield is set up, it's not like Klopp's, so he doesn't. Liverpool play 4-2-3-1. We don't play 4-3-3. If he was playing on the right side of a 3, I could hear it a lot more, because he'd have a lot more support around him. Back to Fulham. No, I don't think he'll go back to Fulham. Is Liverpool going for Sesko? I mean, we have interest in him, but I hope fucking knocks his shit. Yeah, we've got over 121 people now. Let's get these likes up, people. Come on, man. We can let them have some pre-season training. Wirtz, Frimpong, Kerkez. You could see his foot facing the wrong way. Again, that injury was so... Yeah, I remember watching that, and I literally had to turn away. Because do you know how you get those when certain players get injured? And it's just so uncomfortable to watch. It's just like... That was heartbreaking, that injury. It was a miracle.
he came back from that season, reminded me of the Jabril crimes. Jabril in City injury. Yeah. Yeah. It is sad, I will be honest, mate. That injury. The thing is, I don't know how he actually came back like 4 months later. Because, do you know what I mean? Simon Rolfel said, yes, there's contact with Liverpool, but still in progress. Harvey's best position is an 8. 8 on the right. We just don't have that position anymore. Exactly. And that's what I've been saying. And I was trying to, I must have drilled it into my uncle's head, like, that he wasn't having none of it. Liverpool have put in a bid of 15 mil. Have they? What, have Leeds actually? Wait, has Leeds just put in a bid for Tsimikas? I've been saying all this time he's going to Leeds. Yo, call me an ITK. But I have been saying I think he goes to Leeds. What, is there actual like news on this? Right. Saw Fabrizio's reply about the Wirtz silence. Where's that? What, has he just tweeted that or something? Wirtz. Let me have a look. What's your ROMANO? So apparently this is true. Julian Nagelsmann, Germany head coach, revealed that Florian Wirtz had contacted him seeking advice which club to join. He texted me saying I tried to give him a few tips. If it's Liverpool, it'd be a very good step. It's a great environment, a super club. Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's done regarding him. I actually cannot believe it's still not really sank in that we're actually going to get him. And I've been one of the people that's actually been really confident regarding the situation. If my uncle's still in the chat, let me know. When we played Southampton in the Cup, Harvey was right wing and wasn't in the game. Slot moved him inside and they got a goal nearly straight away. Sadly, he just doesn't fit a slot team now. Exactly, mate. I'll take 15 mil. What, for Tsimikas? 15 mil for Tsimikas is good business. I would like him to stay on 5, but it's like you said, he needs to do what's best for his career. Exactly. That's according to Anfield Index. I'm reading it now. Yeah, if there's any key quotes, put it in the chat, mate. I kind of imagine Tsimikas is at Leeds top, to be fair. You do okay at Leeds, to be fair. I saw something the other day about Leeds and Costas. Look, if you actually go to my stream I'm talking about 2-3 weeks ago. I don't know which one it was, but I did a video of outgoings and incomings. I said watch Tsimikas and Leeds, and now it's coming true. A good cheap replacement for Firpo. Good move for our Greek scouser. I don't know how to rate Tsimikas' time at Liverpool. Because do you know when we first signed him, he was really good. Really good. Because remember, Robertson picked up that injury. If you guys remember, in the 21 season, Robertson picked up that injury.
Simicast came in and he was in for like about 2 months. He was really good. And then he's been I feel like he's been a good signing for the price he was of 10 mil. Don't get me wrong, he's had some terrible games. But then there's been some games where he's been unbelievable. And he's been really good. So, yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. Flo was very excited about the training areas. Yep. Guys, go over 141. Let's get these likes up, man. Let's try and game for 110 likes on today's stream. I'm going to keep going for another 20 or so minutes. Mr. Edwards, masterclass again. Big up to FSG this time, yep. I could see Elliott being to Bournemouth or Palace. Palace could be a decent one because, guys, Eze looks like he could be going to Bayern. So if Eze goes to Bayern, maybe I could see that. And that'd be a good move. They're a team that's on the up a bit now. They're going to be in Europa League next season. They just won a trophy. He's flashing that one of the biggest number 10s in world football has chosen to. We've come a long way from the dark days of Roy Hodgson. I think it's like romance. First meet, second meet, third. Yep. If you know, you know. I can see Elliott being sold to Palace or Forest with Kwanzaa. I've said it for the longest time. Watch out for Elliott and Forest. Gibbs White's leaving. He's going to City, and he. So, yeah, them Robson days, yeah. Bro, it was peak for me. I don't know how people are in the chat, but how? Because of my age, when I was supporting Liverpool from a baby, Roy Hodgson, that was basically like known off the Roy Hodgson era. Oh man, I had it peak. And Man United were winning three in a row while I had flipping. Gerrard was missing penalties on purpose. It was peak, man. Simicast has been really good bench player for us. Sometimes lacks a bit of concentration, but excellent player overall. Yeah, when Simicast is not being an absolute tit, he's a good player. We only got him from 11 million from, what was it, Olympiacos? Yeah, has a very good delivery and put his body on the line. Defending was a liability at times. And don't forget, he did score as the FA Cup final penalty winning goal against Chelsea. So, yeah, I don't think he's actually ever scored an actual not proper goal for us, barring that penalty. Yeah, we just can't get left backs that score, to be honest. And when Robertson does shoot, when Robertson shoots, like I always look and I'm like, can you actually shoot a ball? Yeah, that pen was his only goal. Yeah, I thought it was against Chelsea. Robertson's on a few. I think my favourite Robertson goal, the Merseyside derby one, is up there. When he scored from the header. I'm trying to think of other Robertson goals. The one against Villa is really up there. Do you know Villa away in the 1920 season, the season we won the league? The goal against Aston Villa's up there. Because that really was the start of our like elite mentality, like of getting over the line. We had Roy Hodgson and Ricky Lambert, fucking Balotelli. Oh no! I actually spoke to someone not long back, and he actually said he rated Lambert. I just instantly just ended the conversation. I was just a wee bit before that time. Found memories of Gerrard winning the FA Cup. 06. Best final ever, in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, I really wish I was old enough to be able to watch that. I was like, what, 1 or 2? Do you know what I mean? And like, I wish, yeah, obviously I've watched them back. Do you know what I mean? As I get older, because I always like to watch back old Liverpool games. It's something I sometimes do. And yeah, I wish, but yeah, I think my personally favorite final was, I mean, to be fair, if we're talking actual finals from a perspective of good football, most of them have been crap. Both Chelsea finals were mid. The Champions League final was mid. The one we lost, we was brilliant, but we lost. I think my overall final, in terms of the story, the League Cup last season is up there. That is up there, man. That's up there in recent times. And I'm going to say the Champions League. I don't give a fuck if the game was shit or bad. Liverpool won the Champions League. That's what I'm going to remember. Let's be honest. In 50 years' time, they're going to see who won the Champions League in 2019. Liverpool. It's not going to say Liverpool. However, the game was shit. No one's going to care. Do you think, how about Elliott to Paris plus cash for Wharton? If we were selling Harvey Elliott to Crystal Palace, I'll be begging for Adam Wharton. So yeah, I'm waiting the club to officially and celebrate a couple of days. Moving on, yep. Now I think we've missed goals from the left back position. Yeah, mate, he was terrible. The only good thing was he was a Scouser. Who? Wait, who are we on about? The final against AC Milan was amazing. I was there. It was brilliant. Wow, big up. Big up to you, mate. Big up to the Leverkusen fans. The 2005, yeah. Like, obviously, I've watched it back. That is the greatest. But I bet even the doping and the feeling was even far much more better if he was actually of age to be able to actually watch it. Like, watch it live, do you know what I mean? Lambert was a ball. I remember guys like, oh, no. Really? I watched the West Ham final the other day. I think I was watching the 20. What was I watching the other day? The Liverpool Everton semi-final of the FA Cup. I think, what was it, 2012 when we beat them, and then obviously we lost in the final against Chelsea. I was watching the semi-final one like last week, and then obviously we scored the late winner from Carroll. I started supporting the mid-90s. So Istanbul will always be first, but I loved the UEFA Cup final against Alves and the Cardiff final against Arsenal. Michael, yeah. What, the Michael Owen final? Yeah. They were just as bad as Jova was poor and organised something, but just not good enough. Yep. I'm old, so I watched it live. Ricky Lambert. Oh, Ricky Lambert. Yeah, I was on about. I don't know who he's on about. Yeah, he was kind of mid. 74 FA Cup, 77 Rome. The final against West Ham and Cardiff was amazing. Yep. You guys are being mean because you're naming games which I wasn't alive for. Obviously, I've watched them back, like the Michael Owen final, where he makes the Arsenal fans cry, and I just wish I was alive to be able to actually, in the moment, because I bet in the moment, obviously, I've watched them back, and I always get I enjoy it because it's our history, it's Liverpool, but I bet in the moment, I bet it was even better as well. Yeah, and the Carroll winner. Yep, Everton semi-final. That was mad. Yeah, because they went 1-0 up and they was getting all giddy. Because I remember I went to the pub for that and there was an Everton fan in there. I must have been, I was about 7. And I remember there was an Everton fan in there and he was like getting all like finger. And I can't remember who it was. Someone said to him, like, lad, he's literally a fucking kid. Like, why are you being rude to a kid? And then when we scored, because it was like a friendly type pub, I literally just ripped off my Liverpool shirt. Because I was gassed. You have to think, right? As a young Liverpool fan, that was the first time Liverpool got to a final in my lifetime, when Liverpool made it to a final of a trophy, and we just beat Everton fucking last minute. It was limbs. The best thing, 2009 was the semi-final against Barca. Still can't get my head around the semi. Yep, that for me in my lifetime is my favourite game ever. Or the Tottenham game a few weeks ago. That's only just due to the fact because I was there, and I managed, seeing Liverpool win literally the title in the game. It was, yeah, it was a very emotional day. Yeah, the worst final was the 96 against United. We won those. We wore them cream suits. Oh no, not the suits. Of the Let's Go hijacks. Watched it live too. I feel old. Left. I've seen Ellen live when Dalglish and Rush was playing. Do you know the one player I really wished I saw the whole of his career of? I really wish I saw like prime Kenny, because I just think he's such a cool guy. Such a cool guy, man. The one striker who I grew up on and like watching, so like when I'm going to football training and stuff like that, the one striker I used to watch a lot of was Robbie Fowler. Like that was one of my first ever Liverpool shirts, that Robbie Fowler. Robbie Fowler, man. Oh. To be fair with you, here to watch the 7-0. Yeah, the 7-0's up there, to be fair. The UEFA final was magic. Gary McAllister golden winner. Best thing in 2019 was the final against Barca. I'm still talking about it. Sweeter. Show the Barca game to my kids now. Yep. Having Kenny win us the trophy again was special. Yeah. What, against when we beat Cardiff on penalties in the final? Yeah, beating Cardiff in the final. Yeah, to Kenny to come back and win us a trophy. The Man U 7 is up there. Yep. The Spice Boys final. Let's hijack Ryan Cherky from Man City. He can also play on the right. Yeah, we ain't. Robbie Fowler, yeah. Like when I used to go to school, I used to watch constant Robbie Fowler, like clips, old games of his. I don't know what it is. Like when it came to like him, I used to idolize him and Fernando Torres. When it came to like, the strikers of Liverpool, just mainly because they was kind of around when I was born, so it kind of made sense. The 7-0 was a joke. Let's forget the 96 final. Cantona. One of my favourite Liverpool regrets was not seeing Suarez live. Yeah. Best player. Yeah, Torres. 89 semi-final replay. And the final was much replays. Prime John Barnes, Beardleys and Elbridge and Houghton. We brought quality like we did in the transfer window. Yeah. That's one of my grand's favourite players, that. Beardsley. The youth Liverpool team that beat Chelsea in the final. What, last year? Yeah, that's up there. Yeah. Prime Robbie was that left peg, but Prime KK was the best, especially Keegan showing the age now. Yeah. Fowler earned his nickname. Yeah, man, Rob. He's such a cool guy as well, Fowler. How can you just... I was listening to his interview the other day, talking about like how glad he left Liverpool, and he explained it in a really good way. Been a fan since 70s, lots of memories watching the 86 final. Done the double that year. Look at everyone, man. Everyone's like way older than me. And they've seen Liverpool win everything. Well, I've seen Liverpool win everything in my lifetime, obviously now. But you guys have seen like Liverpool win everything like 3-4 times. Let's make it the Golden Boot next season. I remember the 74 FA Cup final. That was the final where Kevin Keegan became the first player to score more than one goal at an FA Cup final at Wembley. Yeah, old Wembley. Idolised both if they chose to leave the way they did, but looking at the bigger picture, you can't blame them at the time. I was gutted, yeah. When Torres, I was what? 8? I think 8. I think I was about 8 when Torres left. I cried. I was sobbing. Little 8-year-old me was crying, man, because that player left. I was going to school upset. No, because like at the current time, from at the age of like 3, my room was just full of Liverpool pictures of signed frames, Anfield stuff, kits on the wall. Like I also on like when you walked into my room, if you walk straight in on the wall, I had like I had like this bit on my wall where I had all my favourite players on that play for Liverpool. And I had like a massive Torres canvas. Do you know when he sat Vidic on his arse? I had that made into a canvas. And I just remember seeing the news. Because obviously I was like that young and my granddad rings me. He's like, I've got some news to tell you. Torres has left. And obviously social media is not like it was back then. And I remember I was like, I just ran downstairs, cried to my mum. I was like, Mum, Torres has left. I was like, I was honestly heartbroken, man. Because when you're that young, man, you idolize, footballers. You know what I mean? Footy goes in circles. You'll see the same dominance we saw in the same 70s and 80s. Look, you guys have seen it. My granddad always talks about it. The 70s. The 70s is his favorite era, plus for music and stuff like that. And like, I've seen Liverpool win every single trophy now. Next goal is I want to see us do a back-to-back. Frimpong has signed his contract 1st of June. That's fair enough. 8 years old. I think I would have done the same. Yeah, exactly, man. Like, when you're that young, you have players like you look up to. Do you know what I mean? Like my generation, everyone looks up to like Messi and Ronaldo. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, Torres, Robbie Fowler, Steven Gerrard, Mascherano, Jabi Alonso. Do you know these were the players that I idolized as a kid, and I had pictures and everything. My whole room was all around them. Do you know? I was fuming. I just got a Liverpool shirt with his name on the back. A few weeks later, he left. That happened to me, trying to think who it was. Genie Wijnaldum. When I got a Genie Wijnaldum shirt, and then a few weeks later we left because I saw the news he was going to sign a contract, so I was like, I'll get a Wijnaldum shirt. I actually don't know where it is. I think it's in my wardrobe because I have one wardrobe for like my normal clothes, and I have another one for like Liverpool kits and stuff. Yeah, Torres, and there was no better duo than Stevie. Yeah, man. El Nino, my favourite Paul stroke of my lifetime. I was crying when he left, bro. 8 years old me, yeah. I was running downstairs saying to my mum, Torres has left. And I just remember I was actually sobbing. I could actually get my mum on the phone right now. She'll even clarify it. Dude sent about DM striker targets. Are you worried despite signings coming in? No, I'm not worried, I'll be honest. Terry McDermott and Alec Kennedy played for Newcastle in the 74. McDonald became Paisley's second signing after that. Ray Kennedy was Paisley's first. Yep. Because when I was growing up, my granddad had a couple of DVDs around Paisley and that. Because when you're growing up, you want your grandkids and your kids to like know the history of your club. Like, I must have came round. I used to go around my granddad's every Saturday, and he'll always play like a DVD of him. And he's always like, "Lad, you need to know the history of your football club," and like you'll drill it into my head from like a young age. And like that's what I will be doing with my kids. Like, I'll be talking to them about Jurgen Klopp, Arne Slot. Do you know what I mean? If Alvarez is the one I want, I just feel we'll just go with Wirtz. Whilst I move more potential. Yeah. How did that team not win the league? What, in 09? Yeah. Yeah, Torres, Daniel, Alonso. Yeah, Alonso, man. Alonso and number 14 on the back. Had that kit. Because that was the final when we lost in 07. That I think that was my second or third Liverpool kit. And yeah, I've still got that somewhere. Obviously, it doesn't fit me now because I was a baby in it. But like, I've got every single kit since I've grown up, even ones that don't fit me, because I always feel like it's good to keep them, for memories. Yeah, Alonso number 14, Daniel Agger as well, man. Yeah. Love Genie, cracking player. Yeah, Genie was disrespected, missed 8 games in 5 years, and we paid peanuts compared to Hendo and rest. We didn't beat Barca 4-0 without him. Bro, he's the most underrated player of the Jurgen Klopp era. Said that for the longest time. He should have got offered a contract. He was 29, 30 when he left. And that season, you have to think, we had so many injuries that season. He was so good that season as well. He was one of the actual midfielders that was really good. I was good to when the Cisse left. We replaced him with Torres. Yeah. Skirt was underrated, yeah. According to TBR, there's reports saying that Sochito Rich is not to sell £45 million player. The LFC open to selling. This refers to Gakpo. We are getting more than 45 million for Cody Gakpo. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. Old used to tell stories about jumping trains to Rome, sleeping luggage racks with him, not having a ticket and shit. Yeah. That's the one thing, man. No club does it like us. Stories to be able to tell your kids. Like, I'm going to be telling my kids, in like 20, 30 years' time, like, yo, I was there when Liverpool was singing One Kiss is all it takes in the stadium. And they're going to be like, yo, what the fuck is one kiss? Like, who was you kissing? I'm going to be like, no. I'm going to have to explain to them the whole story. It's going to be sick, man. Like, no club has memories and anything like us. They just don't. They just don't, man. I'll be pissed if we sell Gap. I'll be fuming. I will be honest. My peak childhood was the classic 08-09 kit. Torres putting Vidic on his ass. Yes. Yep. I had that shirt. Long sleeve, grey shirt, wasn't it? Yep. I had that. Gakpo is worth a lot more than 45 mil. I'd be all over him if we got Kerkez. He left on a free as well to go to PSG and didn't get used there neither. Nope. And then he went to Roma. If you've not actually seen his Roma announcement, that was cold. Yeah, because the thing is, Gino Wijnaldum was on 75 grand a week at Liverpool. He was on 75 grand a week. And I'm not being funny or rude. He was one of the best midfielders in the league. He got into Team of the Years and Team of the Seasons. I'd be able to tell my kids I was there when we beat Madrid in the Champions League this year. Yeah. When Conor Bradley slid right into Mbappe, yeah? So I would get post pure class, yep. Liverpool in talks with Lacaba. Oh my God. It's like Liverpool watch my shows. If people in the chat will even vouch for this. I've said this for the longest of weeks. Lacaba is the one I want at centre back. And I said I won't be surprised if we try and maybe talk to them again. I know he signed the contract, but I won't be surprised. Do you know what I mean? Favorite LFC memory and worst. Worst. No, my favorite memory. I've got three. I've got three memories. Champions League. When we beat Roma over 2 legs in the Champions League. Because that was the first time Liverpool got to a Champions League final in my lifetime. So that's up there. I would also have the Tottenham game. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. And yesterday. I don't care. I'm having loads. I don't. Yeah. My worst memory. Oof. 2022. Do you know when Liverpool lost the league by a point? And we was 10 minutes away, but Aston Villa didn't hang on. And then a week later, we lost the Champions League final. Yeah, we won 2 trophies, but we was 10 minutes and a game away from a fucking quad. Emin Chan left because he couldn't agree on a new contract. Yep. People were preparing for a bid for the Cape as they are fearing Canati won't extend. We need to do some. We need to, yeah. We'll be Man United 7-0. Yeah. That is actually up there, to be fair. Bradley made Mbappe look sillier than the best atmosphere I've been to. Worst memory, Champions League final. Kerkez. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is up there, actually. Jesus. But for me, 2022, I was heartbroken. Because I was literally at Liverpool in 2022. We was 10 minutes away. 10 minutes away from winning the league. And then a week later, the Champions League. Like, if we had at least picked up one of them. Like, let's say if we won the league, but lost the Champions League final. Like, we still did an English treble. If we had won the Champions League, we still won 3 trophies. You know what I mean? I just got married on May the 21st, 2022. And those 2 drops were my wedding gift. Wait. I just got married on May 21st, 2022. And those 2 drops were my wedding gift. Wasn't you wish there was your wedding gift? The Gerrard slip. Bro, that happened on my birthday, funny enough. I get bantered for it every year. That actually happens on my birthday. That was what, my 10th birthday. And yeah, the Gerrard slip. The first kit was Patrick Burger 15 home kit. My first ever kit was 05 because I was just born on that. Villa sucks for dropping 2 goals to Manchester City right at the end. Yep. Gerrard shouldn't have took Coutinho off. That's what should have happened. We were 10 minutes away and a goal away from immortality. Yep. Bro, we almost completed football. And that's why I do say winning the quadruple is somewhat possible. Because we battered Real Madrid. It's not like we got fucking battered by Madrid. We battered Real Madrid. They shouldn't have won that game. And we was 10 minutes away. That's why I always say like the quadruple talk. If you can get luck, you can win it. That's why I always say like going unbeaten is not impossible. I say that only one team has done it in Arsenal. We've been close a few times. We was one game. We was literally that much away from being unbeaten. If we only had another DM like Mascherano. Yep. 113 likes. Let's keep getting these up, man. Let's keep getting these up. Would have been a much better present. Oh yeah, that is peak, bro. Imagine that. You get married and like literally a week later, all that happens. Yeah, that would have genuinely probably been like the best moment of your life, bro. I'll be honest. You get married to your wife, and Liverpool does the fucking quad. Like, you don't get much better than that, mate. And if we sign for, I think we will sign 4 or 5 players. If right, let me see how many subs are on chat. By the way, people, we are 8 subscribers from 1.2k. We have got 79 in the building. I'm sure at least 8 of you from the 79 are not subscribed. Like and subscribe. Yeah, Courtois won in that final. Yep. Courtois, not Courtois. Carvajal was really good in that game as well, I thought. As regards the league, Villa was 2 up. Could have been 3, but at the post before City even got 1 back. Yeah. My best Liverpool memory was in Slot's pre-season game against Seville the day before we did the tour. I was in the dugout. We bumped into Slot and he gave me a fist bump. Interesting. Leeds agree 15 mil deal for Simicast. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. A lot of people are thinking it's tomorrow, guys, about Wirtz. Apparently, one of the guys who's been quite reliable regarding Florian Wirtz has said it's going to break tomorrow. I think I like to think that fist bump won us the league. It's on Liverpool's news now as breaking. Can anyone in the chat find me the stuff about Leeds and Simicast? Because I've literally just gone on Twitter and it's not there. We lost the twice by a point by the one season when presented by a manager scored his only goal for City for them to 1 up and take 3 points. So yep. The thing is with the 97-point season, we won the league. Vets personal medical tomorrow. So I'd assume, yeah, a lot of people are saying it's going to be done tomorrow. Regarding Vets. So yeah, let's see if we can get these subscribers up, guys. Let's try and get to 2K in today's live. Smash that like, subscribe. But we are going to be back tomorrow, guys. I am hanging. You know, I'm not my usual self. You know, my voice is starting to go again because I had no voice yesterday. And my voice is starting to go again. You know, I've done an hour, nearly 2 hours. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with hopefully, here we go. Yeah, smash the likes, subscribe to the channel, guys. Let's get these likes up before we go. And yeah, tomorrow we'll try and aim for 1.2k. if we can get there. Big up to every single person that's watched, that is tuned, that has liked. What time you're gonna be on tomorrow? I should be live from 1:30. 1:30. The other season was PowerPoint. Yep. Nice stream. Good night. If it gets 1.2 for the stream and hit the like. Yeah, big up to Matt in the chat, man. But yeah, big up to every single person that's tuned in. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I can download the videos from my phone so I can show you guys tomorrow. Because I've got some really interesting ones where I literally am shouting Kanai's name and he's like waving to the camera. Yeah, that was sick. I don't know when I should be able to show you it, so I'm gonna try and sort that. And yeah, so yeah, take care, guys. Up the fucking Reds, champions of England. It's gonna be a brilliant summer. Take care, and